Okay, hello everybody. We were talking about how to parse and tokenize meaning into a file. This is the process of actually breaking down into individual words an entire string. So the first couple slides of this are stuff that we've already talked about on that last Friday, which was string tokenizer class. The string tokenizer class is one that's already preset. Now you have to import java.util.star to be able to use this. That's the package where you're going to find that. And basically what we're going to be doing is we're going to be reading in a line and using preset delimiters. Delimiters are characters such as spaces, tabs, commas, periods, underscores, etc., that are designated as separating individual words from each other. And this is how you use string tokenizer. You create a string called line. You create another string, which will be eventually for your individual word. I call that W. And this particular section of code right here is actually going to come up with a word count in my file. So you say line equals reader.readline. As long as it's not equal to null, that means you're going to have something that we can be reading from. And inside of here, you're going to create a string tokenizer object. This is the constructor for string tokenizer over here. You're passing it your line as a parameter. And the string tokenizer is what's going to break that individual line down into individual words. So a second while loop is being set up inside of this. We got a nested while loop situation. And as long as that string tokenizer variable st has no tokens, that means there's something behind whatever the marker is on that line, you're going to set w equal to st.next token, which grabs the next word up until the next space or comma or whatever other delimiter, and we're going to add them to the word count. So w now contains not an entire line, but just each individual word. I did want to show you really quickly a second thing that you could do. String tokenizer is very easy to use, but if you wanted more control over how you were going to break down individual words, you could use a different class, and that's called stream tokenizer. In the stream tokenizer class, the control over what breaks down things into individual words is controlled by you, the coder. So what you do is you get to set a whole list of flagged delimiters. So what you specify as being things, characters that consist of words, and anything else that's not a word character is going to be considered to be something that would be separated. So there are four special flags in the string tokenizer class. They are TP underscore EOF, TP underscore EOL, TP underscore number, TP underscore word, and the first one, EOF, is end of file, EOL is end of line, TP underscore end number is number token, and TP underscore word token. The way that string tokenizer class knows what constitutes an individual token is by using a word char method. And what that does is that designates what characters the words be made up of. So just to show you a quick example, you would create a stream tokenizer object by calling the stream tokenizer from your constructor right here. Notice what you're passing it here is not a line, not one individual line. You're actually passing it the buffered reader object reader. So it's actually going to be reading in one character at a time. And what you want to do next is you want to reset the syntax so that clears out anything that you may have previously stored as differentiating between word characters and non-word characters. And then you go ahead and set up whatever it is that you want to consist of words. So this right here would be, it takes two parameters. So each one of these being characters, you can see that the characters being single quotation marks around them. Lowercase a to lowercase c is going to be including all of the letters from lowercase a to lowercase c. Those are all numerically in a row in our ASCII index numbers. And also the capital letter A to the capital letter Z, which takes care of all of your capital letters. And you could keep doing this. If you really wanted to, you could make things like numbers be things that would consist of a word. Now, usually you probably wouldn't want numbers to be considered to be part of words, but if you did this, all the digits from 0 to 9 will be included as characters that could be part of words. So it's up to you to decide what you want. Anything at all, any ASCII index value that's not listed in your word chars method would be considered something that would separate words into individual words. So finally, your code can now use the string tokenizer to read in the file to reader. That was your buffer reader object. And it would use whatever delimiter you set up to convert the string down into individual words. So what I want you to do now is we're going to use either string or string tokenizer to help us work on project 14. So I just want to show you what that's going to look like. On Schoology, where is it? On Schoology, you're going to find the Project 14 task sheet. Go ahead and download that and open that up. This is what I'm going to be asking you to do right here. A couple other things that you're going to want to do as well. On Schoology, if we go to AP Computer Science, you're going to see that included in your assignment for Project 14, which is right here, day 116, I'm going to have the notes, I'm going to have the task sheet, but also I have project14.txt. This is the file that you're going to be reading from, and you're going to be searching for individual words within this file using either stream tokenizer or string tokenizer. You're going to have to make sure you download project14.txt, and then you're going to want to take this file and save it into the place wherever your project is. So for me, I've been working on my HSpace. This is my project 14 right here, and you're going to have to save that in the same folder wherever you create your project 14 in BlueJ. If that text file is not present, it's going to search for it and not find it. So you won't be able to read from it if it's not in the same folder wherever you create your project. So last thing I wanted to show you, I'm actually going to show you what the code for this looks like. So here I've got BlueJ open, and this is what your word reader project should look like. Remember, we're going to have to import a few things here. We're going to have to import javax.swing.joptionpane because we're going to be asking the user for what the input and output file names are going to be. Java.io, this is how we're going to get our input stream reader and our file input stream readers. And java.util.star, that's how we're going to do the tokenizing. So one of the first things that you want to do is you want to create your class called wordReader. You want to have strings as class variables for the input file and the output file. And you also want a string for what you want the target variable to be. Your constructor for wordReader should take all three of those values from the user from the main program and set them into your class variables. This is what the run method should look like. You're going to want to initially set your word count equal to 0 and your occurrence of a particular word equal to 0. Inside of a try block, you're going to want to set up your file input stream using the input file name right here, which we have currently stored in our class variable infile. Then the input stream reader, this variable gets passed as a parameter in the input stream reader, and this variable ISR gets passed into your buffer reader. You're also going to want to create a file writer object, and you're going to use the out file class variable as the name for that to create the output file. Create a string called line. This is going to be used to read in an entire line all at once. You can see here I'm using string tokenizer. I found that to be rather simple. It's all preset. Stream tokenizer is a little bit more difficult because you then have to set up all the syntax that you want. So I'd probably just go with string tokenizer here. We have a nested while loop situation. The outer while loop is going to read one line in at a time. Then you want to create your string tokenizer object, passing the line in there for it to be broken down even further into individual words. Then inner loop is going to go through and check to see if we have more tokens and grab the next token, add one to the word count. Then I'm going to check to see if that token that I have is equal to my target word. Because remember, one of the things this project's going to ask you to do is find out how many times a particular word occurs. So every time that it occurs, we're going to have a output.write. So this is writing to our output file. And it's going to say the target word that we're looking for, and it occurred where within our text. It's going to give you the exact word number where it occurred. And then at the very end, when all this nested looping is done, we're going to write to our output file the total times that our word occurred. Don't forget to close your output file. This puts the end of file marker there. My catch is going to be of the variety of exception that would be created if our try block fails. Is probably going to be an input-output exception. And just let the user know that there was an input-output exception caught. This would happen if our file is not present or if we run out of disk space. And here's your main program down here, where we're going to ask the user to tell us what file they'd like to read from, what file they would like to write to, and what the target word is that we're searching for. Create an object of the word reader class, passing all three of those variables, X, Y, and Z, input file name, output file name, and the target word, and then run your method. The task sheet wants you to look for a few different words and see how many times each one of them occurs and the locations of each. Thank you for listening. Go ahead and try that project 14 now.